Producer? Producer-san? Producer-kun? Producer-sama? Hey, I hope you don't mind. They've been looking into this Phantasm Facade group that debuted recently. I've heard you're somewhat obsessed with them. I'm glad you're looking at it. Don't let it distract you from your other work, which is located under my desk today. I'm glad. I heard from Miss Hashimoto that sounded like you were interested in this topic, so I figured it would be worth my time to investigate. No. You did it before you heard it from her. Just be honest. I've tried to learn about the group, but the more I dig, the more mysterious it seems. Usually a group like this would be a subsidiary of some existing entertainment company. But I looked into who owns the trademark for Phantasm Facade, and it traced it back to a shell company called Veil Holdings. Fitting with the masks. Someone went out of their way to make it hard to figure out who is behind this group. It shouldn't be this hard. It really shouldn't be this hard. There should be a paper trail somewhere. Like someone has to receive money from this group. And I know it's Angela. I know that's kind of the point. All of the idols wear masks and they don't really have distinct identities per se, which is exactly what the elites want of us. Even the name implies that they're hiding behind a mask. But whoever put this together is doing a really thorough job. Suffice it to say, my search seems to have met a dead end. Maybe I can call in a favor from Fujimoto. He must know people that can find out where the money goes. I'm sure the information is out there, but I have no idea who I talked to in order to find it. Fujimoto. Right, we can continue in a week. For now, we will continue with, as I said, Fujimoto. And then we'll create that hip-hop single. So you've come to me asking what it is that I want from you? You want even more? Well, I think the best gift you could give me is a life well lived. This is so weird. Am I seriously having an affair with Fujimoto or something? But if you're feeling particularly generous, I need about 300 million yen bucks. That's only if you're feeling extraordinarily beneficent. And if it sounds like a lot, well, that's because it's what it would take to completely sever me from my old life. That's not that much. That's like 2 concerts, my friend. I wouldn't ask you for money if it wasn't for a goal beyond that. Yeah, we can do this somewhat easily. We're making a profit. I can't believe it. Look at the total. Why are we turning a profit suddenly? We're making a lot of money with the theater. Holy fucking shit, the theater is giving me like 3.4 million. The theater alone is almost offsetting all of my expenses. Let's bump up. Even a minuscule change here will have a big impact with the amount of subscribers and people attending I have. Look at this shit! 40 million revenue a month! Can I make this more interesting for people somehow? I guess I could give them... No, I don't know. I guess the more fans I have, the more people will subscribe. Which is... Yeah, it's like a YouTube and like Twitch and like things like this are like a... What's the opposite of a downward spiral? They're like an upward spiral. Like once you get started, once you have a certain starting audience, it will be easier to climb. It's very hard to get out of that. Let's say it's hard, or the hardest to be like 0 to 1,000, in my opinion. That was the first 1,000 subscribers for me were the hardest to earn, in my opinion, since that was very slow. It was very, very slow. There was a time where I got like maybe 2 subs a month or something. And then you need to find your niche, you need to have a lucky break. Some people have a lucky break and get like thousands upon thousands a day suddenly, right? I had a lucky break by getting like 10 a day. Making it, let's call it making it big, okay? With like Project Moon content. Let's keep it at that. By now I get 2 to 3 subscribers a day, like about, it's at most 50 a month, I think. Which is good, it's a good climb, I'm okay with that. I think I've gone on record to say that I don't really want too many subscribers, and I still, like, I wouldn't want to be like one of these channels that has 100,000 or a million or something. I think I would stop at like 10,000 or 50,000 or whatever. Of course, 10,000 subscribers. Also, I've gone on record to say that this is going to be my VTuber reveal, so you can look forward to that. Who do we send here? Let's send Kageyama, what's her face? Oni told me. Maria. Kageyama Maria. For weekly playballs. Wait, how old is she again? 14. I'm sure that's fine. It's only a cute photo shoot after all. Let's create a hip-hop single. Okay, I thought about making this the Gebura one. However, since it is like an off single, we're just gonna call it the Red Mist. Okay? The Red Mist, actually. You need that. Do the colors always have it there in front of them? Yeah, I guess they do. The blue reverberation, the red mist, the black silence, the pink dildo, they always do. Okay, it needs to be hip-hop. Do we want to bump up my hip-hop level, maybe? Research a little to make it at least a little bit better? Where is it? Is it here? No. Yes. Actually, no. It isn't. It is... Is it a choreography? No, it's a music genre. What are you talking about, Lambda? Wow, still not enough. I need 4,000 points. Wow, that shit is very expensive. And I'm not getting a lot of points these days since like the idols keep they keep training with like the dance and the vocal coach. Anyway. The Red Mist. It's hip hop. Teen and young adult. I'm not even gonna try to lean into that. We're still gonna go full hardcore. We have an inherent hardcore appeal. I don't know why that is, but it really do be like that, I guess. So, going, is it loneliness? Yeah, loneliness and yeah, cute again. We're gonna produce. Maybe we're lucky, you know, I'm gonna produce 450,000. 470,000. How many was it last single? I'm too lazy to look it up, so... Okay, we're gonna... Which one? Was it Tibref B? Yeah, that's very cute. Tibref B is very cute. Can we make this cuter? We should be able to make it cuter now, since we have new idols, right? Do we? No. Yes. Yes, we do. Here we go. Sort by cute. That's easier. Lambda, that's easier. We have Hayashi Kirara, who can... Oh my god, she can even replace Hatanaka Manami. Can you believe it? Jozori. 99 cute. Wow. 73 cuteness is better than 60 cuteness. 60 cuteness. 60 cuteness. 69, 62. 60. Wait, why is she here suddenly? Why did she... That was weird. Okay, who else? 63 cute? Man, I'm so sorry for some of these. They're like getting replaced by the second. Okay, that should be the cutest we can go. I think 99 cute is the highest? 73 cute here. Tanaka-Sara needs to switch with Itori. Tanaka-Sara, you're in the back now. I don't fucking care. You're happy. Yeah, you're happy to be there. I can see that. It's because you're like used goods, stupid bitch. Sorry. Did I say that I'm very resentful and spiteful? Did I ever mention that? I do not forget. I do not forgive. Alright, 99 cute and 85 team chemistry. I assume that's good. Let's go. Let's produce the ever-loving bullshit out of this hip-hop single. And... Yeah, we're gonna... I guess we can continue. It's such a spoiler that you can continue with Angela's story after the Phantasm Facade events are all watched, right? Because that just tells you that she has something to do with it. I mean, obviously she does. She's like a vehicle of the story. Yes, I just called Angela a car. Not quite a car man, just a car. But she must know that by now. Always the android, never the human. That's our Angela. That's why she's Angela, not real. Let's give... Oh, Satomaya's 16th birthday. Oh, she's almost of age. Only 2 more years, everyone. Speaking of... It should be almost time for Hatanaka Yanami to graduate. Should it? Is it gonna tell me anywhere? I'm sure it told me somewhere. God, look at the fuck she's done in her life. And yet still, she's only earned half a concert. This stuff is so... this is so weird because... Why would you ever lean into that? Why would you ever try to find out who's friends with whom? Man, this is really fucking good though. The fake skin. It doesn't tell me about her. Wait, does it tell me about her? We have free influence over her. I don't really want to keep Tanaka-Sara with us, so we have max influence over her anyway. What about Satomayo? We have max influence over Satomayo. They're not really good ones. The ones I want to keep. What about Orinochi Hinano? Influence 1. Let's socialize with her and ask her if there's anything she wants to do or something. While we market this song. And yeah, let's give Fujimoto the money. Let's see what we get out of that. Maybe it can help us with the hip-hop singer, you know? Wow, you're really doing this? Well, alright then. You know, this means I have to have you over for dinner, right? Oh. Am I a prostitute? No, wait, I'm giving him money. It's the best way I know to say thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I slowly slipping into the gay Fujimoto route without noticing? I said without noticing. It seems like I'm doing it deliberately. Hey, good to see you. Dinner's ready. Is he gonna serve me his cock? Your chef friend came over to make dinner for us again? No, as a matter of fact, this is all me. Oh, it looks fucking good though. It looks so simple, but it looks so good. The whiskey especially. I know it might be hard to believe, but while you were out getting rich, I was here at home studying the blade. Well, I started with knife skills, but Kato taught me a lot of other things as well. Not too bad, eh? I thought I'd start on the dishes he trained me on. I figured I would have to have some way to feed myself once I cut the last of my more sordid and tawdry business affairs. Dude, you can still eat out, you know? And if you need to feed yourself, knowing your way seems like a good insurance plan. Even if I couldn't find a kitchen to hire me, I can always cook for friends. There's a stark difference between cooking like a chef and cooking to sustain yourself. Go ahead, take a bite. Oh god, it's like I sit there really awkwardly, like a young choir boy in Sunday school about to be molested or something. You take a bite, it's a bit saltier than you used to. Oh, fucking hell, the writers of this game. And the texture is a bit watery, but the flavor isn't bad. This is great. Keep working on your cooking skills. You've got potential as a chef. Keep working on it. I intend to. Still, this leaks better than what I came up with the first time I stepped in the kitchen. I knew that I wouldn't be able to offer anything up to the high bar set by a chef like Kato, but I thought this would be a bit more special. It's hard to explain, but there are certain things that you can't judge on raw quality, you know? Like good dicking? Sort of like karaoke. If you want to listen to people sing, there are probably singers more talented than the people you get drunk and go to the karaoke bar with. But you don't necessarily want to hear the best singers, you want to hear your friends. I never really had like the inclination to hear my friends sing, to be honest. I get karaoke, and it might be like a cultural thing, but... And I like to sing myself, you know? I like singing myself, but for me it would be the aspect of challenging myself to sound as close as possible to like a proper singing voice, I don't know, rather than hearing others fail or succeed. And if the singing is terrible, all the better, because you know that someone with a terrible singing voice only ever shares it with their best friends. Well, yeah, I guess, but I don't really want this to be shared with me. Maybe that's not necessarily true of the kitchen, but I figured it was worth finding out. If the food is disappointing, well, that's why I brought out the good whiskey. This might be the last bottle of a really expensive whiskey that I pour for a while. Man, dude, I gave you 400 million yen. That's a lot of money. I can't do the conversion in my head. It might be 4 million euros, actually. take away two zeros, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the sort of person to spend money on the finest of spirits, but when people want to get on your good side, well, let's just say that a 500,000 wire transfer has the potential to look a lot like a bribe, while a bottle of really fine whiskey is the sort of thing that officials are more likely to overlook. So that would be like a 5,000 euro whiskey? What the fuck? Easier to avoid the taxman getting a cut. I'm getting out of the business of taking and receiving the sort of things that are commonly used to grease palms. Of course, getting on bureaucrats' good side in order to get what you want from them is still something I'm not above. But I plan to do it in a way that doesn't have the risk of attracting attention from the police. You talk a lot about your past. I guess I like alluding to enough things so that people who get into business with me know what sort of business they're getting into. You're still keeping it very vague, you know. Well, keeping the details vague enough that they could honestly say they didn't know anything about it if anyone ever came asking. Yeah, I guess. I guess he's doing me a favor with this as well. But I guess we're past the point where I can just vaguely gesture at things and expect you to infer the details for yourself. Well, let's just say that it involved the world's oldest profession. Holy shit. Bread baking? I love bread! Officially, I ran a hostess club, the kind that operates out of the red light district. But unofficially, we baked bread every single fucking day. And it's the kind of place where you tend to see a lot of customers who are willing to pay for intimacy, and a lot of workers who are willing to offer certain kinds of intimacy for the right payment. Sorry, you'll have to forgive me if I speak in innuendo rather than just saying everything outright. So prostitution is illegal in Japan, is that it? I thought they had like these... No, let's not get into that. At this point, innuendo is the language I'm most fluent in. Oh yeah, I can relate. I've spent so much time communicating things by implication and winks and nods that I sometimes forget how to say it outright. Transactions of the sort I allude to will always happen, so why not try to create an environment where I can be sure everyone participating is fully willing to keep things safe. Yeah, that's actually a good thing. That's why legalizing prostitution is sometimes for the better. Then, if you make it into a proper business, well, first of all, the state gets a cut, right? If you make it into a proper business. Second of all, you can have like a certain legality around it. And thirdly, human trafficking and like people being forced into these jobs against their will and stuff, I believe it gets better, I think I've read this somewhere, but that could be wrong. It should make sense, right? If they don't have to force anyone into doing it because they find willing people to do it more easy, since it's not illegal anymore, and they don't have to like just grab anyone off the street, it should be easy for all parties involved. But you make it sound so noble. Was this really about doing a good deed? This is a good question, was it? That's what I told myself. I tried to make sure that I was doing things the right way, the things that they ought to be done if they were going to happen at all. No taking advantage of people who are just desperate for money and willing to compromise themselves to do it. Yeah, I mean, I can see his... I wouldn't call them noble intentions, but at least good intentions behind it. I didn't ever want someone to feel like they were coaxed into the profession by need, so I decided my solution would be to act as sort of financier on the side. It's like a French word, isn't it? If I ran into someone who thought that accompanying patrons to hotels was a good way to make a living, I'd facilitate that transaction. If someone just needed a source of income, I tried to get them on someone's payroll, sometimes by asking a client who owed me a favor or two. If I ran into someone who was just desperate for some quick cash, I'd offer them a loan with good terms. Holy shit, I just realized. Why does he know Angela again? Was Angela, like... Maybe she was a pimp mother, I don't know. That was the idea starting out. I admit, I did fancy myself a bit of a paragon, at least as much of a paragon as you can be while running that sort of business on the side. My biggest problem was getting into the finance game before I really knew what I was doing. There's a reason that most banks tend to be so big. Being a lender is easier when you're also a stock trader. I'm not sure if you want me to fill you in on all the boring details of the world of finance. Tell me all about it, but make sure not to get me cancelled on YouTube, please. Well, the long and short of it is that when you lend people money, the biggest liability is when they can't pay back the money. And an economic recession is the time when most people are going to struggle to pay back the loans and miss payments. Investment banks, however, tend to do very well during recessions. When stock prices are falling, it's usually a liquidity crisis of one sort or another. Trading volume goes up because people are desperate for liquidity, and investment bankers are in the business of selling liquidity, which comes at a high price during a recession. So the two sides of the business complement each other. If all of your borrowers are defaulting on their loans, it's probably because something's wrong with the economy. And when something's wrong with the economy, that's when the investment bankers make the most money. It's almost as if they have a reason to tank it then. Really makes you think. The part that mattered for me was that I had no way to collect on a lot of loans I had made when the economy took a bit of a bad turn. I didn't know how to secure myself against risk, and I found myself in a bit of a crunch. So I ended up having to take out loans of my own from people who were involved in things a good deal more criminal than I was comfortable with. Not exactly your noble thief types or even your noble pimp types. Noble pimp. That's part of my story where I really don't want to get too much into specifics. I managed to dig my way out without having to get my hands too dirty. I broke the law more often than I compromised my own morals. But there's one thing I'll never forgive myself for. One of the women who worked at the hostess club I ran took it upon herself to help me out of my little financial rut. Was it Angela? She figured that if she was willing to talk to the folks who had lent me money, she could earn me a bit of leniency. You know how I said earlier that I never wanted anyone to become involved with doing certain kinds of things for money if they were desperate for money? Well, I think I was able to fulfill that promise for the most part. But she was someone that I failed. She most definitely ended up being coerced into things she wasn't comfortable with, and she did it to help me escape from bad loans that were the result of my own stupidity. Fucking crazy if you think that, like, a prostitute was so grateful to Fujimoto that she went to these people and most likely was sold into some kind of slavery or like pornographic movie business or something. She tried to hide it from me, but it became clear what was going on when I discovered that she was pregnant and I had no idea who the father was. What, so she just had unprotected sex then? I knew there was nothing I could ever do to make things right after the way I let her down, but I swore that I would at least make sure that her child would be insulated from the worst parts of this world. That was quite some time ago. I wonder if there's gonna be a twist and, like, I'm that child or something. Jesus, that would be fucking crazy. That would mean that I imply that my father wants to fuck me. No, he's not my father. He's like my sugar daddy, considering that he's caring for me with money and stuff. Or did care for me. Holy shit, it would make sense. He made sure that we got this job. He made sure that we always were liquid and stuff. It's almost as if he's admitting it right now. Looking back on how she turned out, I'm not sure I upheld my part of the bargain. She? Okay. Angela? But it certainly wasn't for lack of trying. No. Does he talk about the mother? Do you know what happened to the child? Sure. She was running an idol group called Father Issues last I heard. I knew it. Okay. Okay. So he's something akin to a foster father for her then? But I guess Angela must hate him since her mother's connection to this criminal underworld happened because of him. Oh god, this gives us so much ammunition against Angela, it's fucking crazy. Like every time I look at Angela, it's hard for me to not feel reminded of how I let her mother down. Every time I look at Angela now, it's gonna be hard for me not to call her like the daughter of a whore or something. I hope I didn't let Angela down. Angela is fiercely independent, and so anything I try to do for her at this point might just be assuaging my own conscience. So in a weird way, he's kind of like Benjamin. He's not really Angela's daddy, but he's the closest thing to it, and he's the only one kind of caring for her. Of course, Angela's mom would be Carmen. And the dude that accidentally somehow impregnated Carmen by having unprotected sex somewhere in the criminal underworld would be A. But I still feel an obligation to look out for her. I know that you're rivals now, but don't let her fall too hard, okay? Well, I would be okay with her falling on my dick, you know? I'll look out for Miss Not Real. I had no idea Miss Not Real had been through so much. Well, it's not like she has been through so much, it's more like her family, her like mother has been, so I think Miss Not Real didn't have it too bad. Yeah, growing up not knowing who your father is can't be easy, but at least she had a loving mother. That's one of the most important things a child can have, right? At least that's what I like to tell myself. I think a child needs both parents, honestly, to turn out right. of course, like if you're listening or watching this and you had to grow up without one parent or even both, I'm very sorry to hear that. But like for the proper, it's not even the education, it's more like a psychological thing, I think, for children to have two people to look up to. It doesn't need to be the biological father, but I think it's good for a child to have both like a male and a female role model or something, to learn like the ins and outs of life, really, because children, they learn so much, and they learn from the smallest things. Like a single word being told to a child can influence it for weeks to come. Like there's things I say once to Babby, and like a month later she repeats it to me, like word to word, in the way I told her. And only then I realized, shit, I told her that. And it was like an offhand remark for me, just to get her to do what I wanted her to do or something. And for her, it was like a rule, like a ground rule that I laid on that day. And it's something that she has to adhere to, or she has to like remember. Of course, it's not to say that everything I say is like gospel for her, but still, sometimes, as I said, like you can't even influence it, what the child will remember, right? So you need to be on your best behavior at all times, which is hard as a parent, admittedly. I can see that now. I can admit that now. And I think every parent can relate. And yeah, you like doing this job alone, it is possible, but I can't imagine doing it. So having two people, having like a shared burden of making a proper human out of that child, that's how it should be. After all that, Miss Not Real's mother did try to try and help me. The least I could do is try to make sure that she had the life she deserved. In the end, I'm not sure that making sure she had enough money to not have to worry about putting food on the table or making rent payments was enough. I've spent more than a decade doing everything I could to make things right. How old is Angela and how old are you? Look out for your friends, Mr. Delta. That's all you really have in this world. I hope that's a lesson you're able to learn without too much heartache. That was quite heavy towards the end. After several quiet moments, the conversation moves on to lighter topics, thank God, and the next hour passes quickly as jokes are told and drinks are poured. You know, I wanted to talk business tonight, but now it doesn't seem like the time for that. I'll come to your office tomorrow to talk about it. Tomorrow? I'll have to sober up first. Well, okay. Let's produce a single. Fuck, it's been 28 minutes already? What do you want? Okay, I hope that this doesn't sound too unrealistic. I'd really like Horino Chihina wants to get a sexy ad job. Yeah, sure, why the fuck not? Can we focus on like advertisements here? I'm not gonna ask why, you know, I'm not gonna ask why. If that's what she wants, if that's what she feels like she's gonna be empowered by, then yeah, more power to you, really, Horino Chihina. Maybe that can help you not to fall into depression again, which is what I desperately don't want for you to do. Here we go, got some influence over Nagano Yui. I don't even know why or how, but I love the influence over these girls. If there's something that I like more than money or girls, it's having influence over girls and making money that way. That's right, I'm a bit of a degenerate. Let's get some fans. If possible, I want to hit like, yeah, let's just hit 300,000 fans today. Lausan is looking for a funny girl. I don't really have a lot of funny girls, but take Abe Miki, please. Also, I think we can get rid of... What do we want to do here? Oh no, 26 days. Yeah, time passes more slowly when you're actually doing these quests, I think. Which is funny, now that I'm actually playing the game, basically. Alright, done here. Gonna produce the song. Gonna have to release it in December still. I kinda want to see how it fares in the grand scheme of things. Saturday night pre-recorded. They want someone cool. Well, apparently Nagano Yui, she doesn't look it, but she's cooler than both Satomayo and Gotoseira, even though they look cooler on their like headshot print here. So if you give me a little bit more money instead of less money, I would be up for it. Yeah, sorry guys, it's not gonna happen. Fucking that went so fast, Jesus. Alright, we're gonna produce a song and then... Oh, Tanaka-Sara's 25th birthday. What a hack. What a hack. We're gonna release a song and then we're gonna do one more story segment or something? I don't know. Yeah, 1 or 2 maybe. I don't know yet. So, Abimiki's 15th birthday. Feels like she's been with us forever. Brady, someone pretty. Have Itari. Here we go. That's good enough. We need to wait to release the single. Just a little bit, I guess. So we can do this again and get the 300,000 mark of fans. Looking forward to that. So did we release it on the 28th? Well, apparently not. What? Did we release it on the 29th? Yeah, okay, release it. Spin the gacha. Good old gacha wheel. Well, it's a regular result, which is good enough, I guess, for this. Wow, yeah, okay, we're gonna hit a good number here. Not quite 470,000, but if I had hit like the critical, that would have been a waste almost. Yeah, it's a lot of new fans. Good. Very good, girls. Very good. Do we want to hold a new audition, actually? Yeah, let's reset the cooldown and hold a new nationwide audition as well. Like 1 audition an episode or something. That should be good enough. Phantasm Facade has released a music video for the new single Sour Milk. Oh no! Did I just trigger them being in this month? Oh, please no. In this video there are several close-up shots that just show the bottom halves of the idols' faces. Ooh, that's so sexy. I love, like I think I've said this a few times before, but I just love smiling girls and women. Like, there's nothing that can turn me on as much as a good smile, I think. I say turn me on, it's just like it really hits the spot in a weird way. It's not just a sexual way, but I really like that. It's also why I try to make people laugh, I think. Well, I try to make like a clown out of myself because I really like laughing people. It feels reminiscent of that one miserable musical about France that had close-up shots of all the actors singing to show that they were singing live. However, the rest of the idols' faces are obscured or not visible in the shot, making it impossible to tell who they are. Whoever put together Phantasm Facade apparently managed to find singing and dancing talent in the same package. Let's take a look at the charts, and if they release the single now in this month, I'm gonna have to produce another hip-hop single, right? Topping the charts means #1, doesn't it? Oh, by the way, yeah, I guess. Happy New Year, everyone! In a second, Happy New Year. Ooh, who knows what 2026 will bring us, right? But for the idol culture, oh, well, guess we did it. For the idol culture, it will bring us little abnormalities. The Red Mist! Father Issues on a close second with Peace for Another Night, an EDM anxiety experimental song. What the fuck would that even be? EDM seems to be... Holy fucking shit, look at this. EDM seems to be very trendy right now. Well, I guess EDM is the closest thing to like Phantasm Facade right now? I don't know. Anyway. The fake variety show. Send someone there. What do we do here? What do we do? We're gonna do the audition. And we're gonna take a look at Saya Aya's event. Yeah, right now. And that's gonna be it for today's episode. Why is she in my building again? God damn it. Hey, thanks for the chance to interview Kawago Yui. She's our front girl, I think. I think it really made my story about hip-hop come together. Well, I'd really like the opportunity to do some real gonzo journalism. Like, what would it be like to travel with a group that tours internationally? Oh yeah, we can do like tours in this game as well. I haven't bothered with it yet. I've always wanted to visit France. I'm glad to know that this line is voiced suddenly. And Italy. And America. We could arrange that. Why am I trying to impress this woman? It's because I'm trying to impress all women in my life, that's right. Great, let me know when you decide to embark on this world tour. No pressure or anything, this could happen, you know, whenever. I know you're not about to announce a big tour just so that I can go see the Eiffel Tower, but hey, when you do, give me a call, alright? Go on a world tour and visit USA, France and Italy. Fucking what is this? This is like the money spender route, isn't it? Oh. God, imagine simping so hard for Saya Ayat that you just create a world tour for her to go on. Oh, of course, that wouldn't be me, right? Surely that's not what I would do, right? Select the countries you want to perform in and choose a type of venue. Venue sizes range from small clubs one-star to big arenas. Performing a concert in the country's largest venue will unlock a bigger venue for your next tour, but only if you fill at least 80% of the venue. Concert attendance depends on your group's fame level, production staff's skill, and country's fan fatigue. Production costs and ticket prices vary by country. Tour multiple countries within the same region to save on travel expenses. Are Japanese idols even big in, like, Europe and America? I know that, like, K-pop and K-rock and stuff like K-music is very big, but only certain groups, like, what's this one called? BHS or something, I think they're called. And they're, like, huge. They have, like 99% female fan base as well, but yeah, they're a male group, in case you didn't get that now. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at that next episode. We're gonna do the audition and then we'll end for today. Well, at least we did complete our goal of having this #1 hit single. We made some money with it too after losing some to Fujimoto, which is good. It's good, really. I like that. Also made some fans, so next episode we're gonna try to hit 320,000 maybe 350. Like some smaller goals for every episode, just to get us by, you know? Here we go. Maybe a good platinum idol while we're at it. Let's start in the middle. Sato Ori. She's cute, but she's... oh my god, she has thick skin. I might have to take her. Kondo Hinano. Gets along better with younger girls. Kadowaki Asuka. Misandry. Interacts poorly with male fans. 20% chance to get a negative opinion point for male fans after a handshake event. Well, I don't even do these anymore. Futamura Now. Clumsy. Nidoi Madoka. High maintenance. So, I'm gonna get the gold one, obviously. Even though she's not really that cute, but everything else is pretty good for her, so she can fill out some slots for, like, jobs. I have a lot of younger girls as well, and I don't know about her with, like... oh no, I have enough cute. Like, she's gonna regress into 68 cute over time. So, I have enough cute girls already. Let's finish this. The girls here all work so hard, don't they? I'm so proud to be accepted as part of Little Abnormalities. Yes, they all work so hard. But no one ever says, "Thank you, Daddy Lambda, for providing us with this opportunity to earn hard money with hard work. Now, let us do you a favor." Daddy?